Most of us view Genesis chapter 3 as the moment God got angry and kicked us out, but if you look at the text, it's actually the moment God reveals his heart as a rescuer. The story picks up with Adam and Eve hiding in the trees, covered in fig leaves and trembling with shame. They expect a judge, but God comes walking in the cool of the day, asking a simple question: "Where are you?" He didn't ask that because he was lost. He asked it so they would realize how far they had wandered. As they begin to play the blame game, the consequences of their choice are laid out. The ground is cursed, work becomes toil, and life becomes a struggle. In the ancient context, this wasn't God lashing out. It was a description of the natural result of living separated from the source of life. Yet right in the middle of the darkness, in verse 15, God drops a promise bomb. He tells the serpent that the seed of the woman will eventually crush his head. This is the very first whisper of the gospel, showing that thousands of years before Jesus was born, God was already planning the rescue. Look at verse 21. Adam and Eve tried to cover their own shame with leaves, but leaves wither. So the Bible says God made them garments of skins. To clothe them, something had to die. It was the first sacrifice, showing that our shame can't be covered by our own efforts. It requires a provision from God himself. The story ends with them leaving the garden, guarded by a flaming sword. It feels like an eviction, but it was actually an act of mercy. God prevented them from living forever in a state of brokenness so that one day, through that promised seed, he could bring us all back, fully healed and fully home.